So here's my kind of summary. Satan's 4 steps to crush Christianity. Step 1, feminism breaks gender, sex, marriage, life, family, legacy. It decries all masculinity as toxic, promotes sexual perversion, pornography, birth control, abortion, and divorce. That was the 60s and 70s. Step 2, transgenderism promotes perversion, addiction, mental health issues, which minimizes and marginalizes strong men in the home, church, and government. That's well underway. Step 3, this is where we're at. And make no mistake, the midterms is going to be a big tipping point for where we go. Socialism steals wealth, power, and influence from the healthiest and strongest men for the purpose of wasting it on the weakest and most incompetent people. That's where we are. Now, let me summarize this. All of this culminated, the feminism, the transgender, and the socialism, it really came to the public fore with something called Black Lives Matter. This is where feminism, transgenderism, and socialism, it came together in a public way. I was one of the first pastors to quote their original mission statement. I was preaching through Romans. I got banned from the internet. They took it down, but I'll share it with you. Here's their original mission statement. We make space for transgender brothers and sisters to participate and lead transgenderism. We do the work required to dismantle cisgender, that's heterosexual privilege, that's Marxism, uplift Black trans folks, especially Black trans women, there's feminism. We build a space that is free from sexism, men leading, misogyny, masculinity, and environments which are men-centered, like Trinity Church. We dismantle the patriarchal practice, fathers, that requires mothers to work double shifts, now we're back to feminism and socialism, so they can mother in the private even as they participate in public justice works. That's socialism. We disrupt the Western prescribed what? Nuclear family. That's Marxism. The abolition of the nuclear family. Structure, we foster a queer affirming network, transgenderism. When we gather, we do so with the intent of freeing ourselves from the tight grip of heteronormative thinking, that is biblical thinking, God made us male and female, or rather the belief that all in the world are heterosexual unless she, he, or they disclose otherwise. And so this trended on social media. This was in the NFL end zones. This was on the back of jerseys for heterosexual, patriarchal, alpha male athletes. It was wild. We saw entire politicians run on this platform. We saw churches support Black Lives Matter. We saw them hang the flags up. We saw them support the movement. We saw pastors take photos in the protests. And where we find ourselves is headed very quickly towards step 4. Once Western civilization is deconstructed, the third way church, I'll explain this, staying in the middle, speaking in nuanced terms, and avoiding offense is neutered and worldly, while a brutal, masculine, demonic Islam rules the future through 2 things, immigration and reproduction. I'll read it again. Once Western civilization is deconstructed, that project is underway. The third way church, staying in the middle, speaking in nuanced terms, avoiding offense, is neutered and worldly, while a brutal, masculine, demonic Islam rules the future through immigration and reproduction. Immigration is, let's come into the nation, and reproduction is, let's have a lot of kids. And the problem in the church has been something called third wayism, and that is, well, there's people on the right, there's people on the left, and as Christians, we always need to stay in the middle. There is no middle with Islam. There is no middle with communism and Marxism. There is no way between Jesus and jihad. There's no way between Jesus and Marxism. There's no way between Jesus and transgenderism. There's no way between Jesus and feminism. There is right and wrong. There is good and evil. There are truth and lies. There is heaven and hell. And there is God and Satan. And if you're in the middle, you're wrong.